The federal government has expressed its commitment to work with other countries in eradicating statelessness by the year 2024. Minister of Interior Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, who disclosed this in Abuja at the official launch of the National Action Plan to End Statelessness in Nigeria and the inauguration of members of the High-Level Steering Committee, said eradicating the menace will go a long way in realizing the Sustainable Development Goals in the context of Nigeria Developmental agenda. He said statelessness, which is said to be a global phenomenon, where a person is not recognized as a national of any state under the operation of its law, has denied about 4.3 million persons nationality globally. The minister noted that persons faced with issues of statelessness are vulnerable to hardship, discrimination, as they are denied rights to enjoying privileges of education, employment, health facilities, processing of travel documents, among others. He further pointed out that stateless persons that are not concerned with high level of patriotism are exposed to dangers, which may invariably lead to criminality, adding that Nigerians must invest in national peace in order to prevent statelessness, which is mostly caused by conflicts, lack of birth registration, refugees, migrants.
Statelessness is an affront on personal dignity, liberty, and human rights of affected persons. As such, no person should be allowed to pass through such horrific situations when it is within our power to assist or alleviate it. We should recognize that it is an unfortunate situation fostered in affected persons by circumstances beyond their control. I assure you that the Ministry of Interior, under my leadership, being the focal ministry on the creation of National Action Plan, shall provide decisive, visionary, and exemplary leadership to achieving zero-level stateless person status by 2024.
The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Hajia Sadia Farouk, while explaining that a person's nationality confirms legal rights and protection, said the National Action Plan will help prevent childhood statelessness, particularly in birth registrations, by addressing gender and other forms of discriminations.
These actions are to resolve existing situations of statelessness through reforming domestic laws to grant citizenship to stateless persons, to ensure that no child is born stateless by making provisions in domestic laws to grant citizenship to children born in state territories.
Eradicating these issues of statelessness, as indicated above, and the impact it will create on women, children, and the vulnerable groups in the society will go a long way in addressing gender inequality and discrimination amongst groups that forms the mandate of the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs.
Earlier, the country representative to Nigeria, United Nations High Commission for Refugees, Chansa Kapaya, said about 1 million stateless persons live in the West African sub-region, noting that hands must be on deck to eradicate the issue of statelessness.
The region has set the pace in many areas, and moving forward implementation in Nigeria will contribute to the achievements that we are counting. Governments establish who their nationals are. This makes them responsible for legal and policy reforms that are necessary to effectively address statelessness.
The development partner, however, stressed that statelessness should not be tolerated in line with the UNHCR #IBelong campaign, supported by the Global Action Plan 2014 to 2024, aimed at preventing new cases from occurring. Palang Booker, CNN News.